championship of the world at 187 pounds from Cincinnati, Ohio, the contender as a child. And at 191 pounds, defending his crown, the heavyweight champion of the world from Brockton, Massachusetts, Rocky Marciano. And from the neutral corner, your host, the undefeated world's heavyweight champion, Rocky Marciano, sparring with the powerhouse of music, the man with the gifted voice and a million fans to match, Tony Bennett.
And my guest, a personal friend of mine, Tony Bennett, a fellow that really made it on his own. He started in the small clubs, worked there for quite a while, and became a real big main eventer on his own. Tony Bennett. Hi, Tony. Good. Fine. Tony, would you show the people how you stand in a nightclub just before you start singing?
Well, there are many people that have said to me many times that I remind them of a fighter when I perform. You know, and I guess it was just, working with small bands when I first started in nightclubs. I'd have to punch my story over, and a lot of times I finish the song with throwing the right jab.
Tony, do you really get nervous before you go out in the audience? I mean, now.
Well, I kind of pray for getting just enough tension and getting nervous enough so that I hope I do the right kind of show for an audience. I warm up and try and rehearse as much as possible in the afternoon before I get to the engagement at night.
Tony, what do you do when you get a heckler in the crowd, someone that gets on your back?
Well, I usually let the audience take care of them. I usually do my performance, and if there is one heckler and the rest of the audience is enjoying it, they eventually come up with a line that'll squelch the heckler.
Tony, being that you're a stand-up singer, why don't we sit down?
Okay.
Tony, I got to ask you one question.
What is it?
Your favorite number. Do you have one?
Well, yes, it's actually the first recording I made, Because of You.
Oh,
in fact, to this day, this is I recorded it 10 years ago. I still get more requests for that song than any other song I've recorded. There was one thing that I saw in a fight, the Ingemar Johansson fight with Patterson. He was sitting over on the left-hand side of us, and it was pretty amazing because it was that famous punch where the punch came so fast that no one saw it. And you were the first guy to jump up in the stadium. You actually saw it before anybody.
Tony, I was bobbing and weaving throughout that fight. When I go to a fight, fellows sitting on either side of me just move, because I watch a fight pretty close, and I still got the habit of watching every move and trying to get the reaction of the fighter. And I really did see it coming. He was setting him up with that lazy left hand.
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw the opening, he shot that right hand. It was one of those straight ones.
Yeah.
And as soon as it hit, I knew it had to do damage. I didn't realize it was so strong, and Patterson just went backwards. But I knew that he'd be hurt in that punch, and I remember standing up before anybody else.
Yes, I imagine that has a lot to do with just living with fighting, and actually. The same thing happens to me with singing. I could see someone like Nat Cole or Sinatra and watch them walk down the steps of the Copacabana on an opening night and more or less tell if they're going to do a good show or not by their attitude.
You probably get the feeling of the crowd, too, don't you?
Yes, the spirit and the excitement of what's going to happen.
Tony, this is my big chance. No one's going to stop me. I'm going to sing a song, and maybe you can put me in some spot, nightclub or something.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me if I got any potential.
Okay.
Hallelujah, mezzumara, mamma mia, bagirare.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I don't know how you'll go in this country, but in Italy you'll be a smash.
There's the bell for the main event, one of my own fights. I had the crown, and I'm going to defend it for the third time with a real tough opponent, Ezzard Charles. Polo Grounds, 1954. Let me tell you about it as I fought it. There's Charles. We fought 3 months ago, and he was a murderer. I didn't really catch him until the late rounds. I got to look better tonight. How can you make big money if you don't KO the other guy? Charles didn't go down the last time. I think it was because I was a little rusty and had no timing. But he thinks it's something else. He may be thinking, this cat don't punch that strong after all. It'll make him tougher tonight. Let me try this guy quick. Look at this. He's strong inside. You might as well get set for a tough night. This guy isn't gonna fold. That's it. Back him up with the jab. Outside the ring, Charles is one of those quiet, happy-go-lucky kids. And when he fights, he doesn't change his expression or say a thing. He goes at it like he's working on a job. I'm always a little slow in the first round. Gotta step it up. Looks like he won that round. Rain postponed this fight for 3 nights. It had me nuts. I spent most of today walking the streets. I was so jumpy, I didn't even know what I was waiting for. I was a real strong right by Charles. I know. Just a little off with that right hand. Gotta keep throwing them. It'll get to him. There he goes, locking me up on the inside again. Shove him away. Let's go. There, he shook good. Another big shot. He's right up. He must be hurt. See him look at his corner? I'm wrong. He must be all right. I thought he didn't know what he was doing when he didn't take an 8 count. What are you letting him hold you like that for? Come on, shove this guy. Go to the body. You're losing your head. He knocks me up again. Charles is a good stiff left hook. Don't stand around and wait for it anymore. In slow motion, let's see how that knockdown came. I came right across his left with a good big right hand, and he catches it. Don't pick your spots when a guy's hurt. Just throw punches. There, that right hand got him. I'm in a neutral corner trying to remind myself. When a fighter is hurt, he does a ton of things by instinct to protect himself. Sometimes he's harder than ever to hit. Always go to the body. It's safe. Charles still has plenty of strength. When he grabs my left arm, I can't move it an inch. He's got the left low. There. Now he has that left way up. All right, then. Do anything, but be on this guy every step of the way. You can't let him relax. This guy has got to go. He got me with a good left to the belly, but he didn't follow up. It's fine with me. If there's one thing I don't want, that's to get hit with two good punches in a row. That's where knockouts come from. Al Wild tells me 6 different things at once in the corner, and I can't remember one of them when Charles starts coming in at me. Prepare some notes for me, Al, the next time, will you? Charles is a real good fighter. He moves just enough to throw me off completely when I'm ready to punch. Keep your head lower than Ezzard's when you're inside. Stick it right under his chin. There, his left was low. Again. Left still low. There. Keep punching like that. Get 2 or 3 good shots together, and he's got to go. And you need the KO. Keep punching. You got to get this one. Tony, what do you think of the fight so far?
Well, you know, at this point, it's pretty hard to say as to what's really going to happen. It looks like a pretty even fight so far.
It sure was, Tony. In fact, right about here, I knew I was in for a real rough evening. Here comes Ezzard Charles. Missing those punches, but that's all right. Keep winging. They'll start getting in there. As long as I have one arm free, I'm all right. I'll bang him twice as hard with it, that's all. Just a little bit. He seems weaker inside. Keep on him. Wear him out fast. The right should get him every time. I keep getting in on him all right. Keep my hands close to the body. Swing my shoulders inside his punches, and throw to the body with the same motion. Turned away from that right. He was hurt by the hook. If I got that right in, the fight would be over. just keep plugging. Did the round end? I didn't even hear the bell. Look at his legs. He's not moving so much now. He's starting to stand flat-footed. That's great. The guy may be running out of gas. Don't give him a chance to breathe. I'm wearing him down in the clinches. Keep putting my head in there to say hello to him. Push with the shoulders. Yank with the arms. Do anything to ruin this guy. What's the matter with my nose? That hook must have scraped it. My nose is stinging me. Forget it, it's probably nothing. I'm touching the nose, and it hurts every time I touch it. It might be broken. What is this? I'm bleeding bad. What did this guy do to me? In the corner, Freddie Brown told me it's only a little nosebleed. Don't worry about it. But then they put enough gauze around my nose to bandage an army. Look at this. I look like Pinocchio. Whatever I got, Charles loves it. He's shooting straight for the nose, and he looks stronger than he has in a couple of rounds. The gauze is gone, and I'm bleeding again. But they told me it was just a nosebleed, so I got to take their word. Girl keeps looking at me. Forget the blood. Let's get this guy. What's Burl looking at me for? There, that right shook him good. I know. Brown told me the truth. I can't stop the blood. The cut's bad, and if he says he can't do anything, then it must be murder. You got to get this guy right now, Columbo says. They may have to stop the fight. It's that bad. Your nose is split in half. I'm not worried about my nose. I'm worried about losing the title. Come on, knock this guy dead with a shot. Tying me up. Get off me, Charles. Get out of here. right hand. Throw more. Come on, get him with that right. Now, more of them. Cut me on the nose. It's murder. Don't let him do that. Keep firing at him so he can't get set to punch. Great. In slow motion, he gets under my left, so I just shift it right back again behind the right hand. Let's go. Get him. Don't let him hold. Push him off. Shove the guy. There. That should do it. Al Weil is screaming at me from the corner. What's he gonna tell me now? To knock the guy out? Leave me alone, will you? It's over. In slow motion, let's see how I finally got Charles out of there. Believe me, it took some doing. This guy came with a steel chin. There's the big right. Terrific left. Right. Just missed the left. Right on the top of his head. The left, and he goes. I knew he wouldn't be able to get up. He surprised me by trying the way he did. I thought I'd really put the guy away right here. There's Freddie Brown holding me and trying to work on my nose. Great. In slow motion, he gets under my left, so I just shift it right back again behind the right hand. Let's go. Get him. Don't let him hold. Push him off. Shove the guy. There. That should do it. Al Weil is screaming at me from the corner. What's he gonna tell me now? To knock the guy out? Leave me alone, will you? It's over. In slow motion, let's see how I finally got Charles out of there. Believe me, it took some doing. This guy came with a steel chin. There's the big right. Terrific left. Right. Just missed the left. Right on the top of his head. The left, and he goes. I knew he wouldn't be able to get up. He surprised me by trying the way he did. I thought I'd really put the guy away right here. There's Freddie Brown holding me and trying to work on my nose. It was so bad, a great corner man like Freddie couldn't do much with it. They certainly would have had to stop the fight if I didn't get Ezzard right away like they told me to. I got off lucky tonight. Tony, this was one of my roughest fights. He really was great this night. He gave me everything he had, and I had to come on real strong. I just couldn't get that one clean punch, and Charles, a clever fighter that he was, just was smart enough to keep me at a distance.
Well, I could tell you as a fight fan, I know it must have been real tough on you, but that's the kind of fight that I love, because you see both fighters really giving their all.
Tony, knowing your climb to a main eventer, you really had to keep punching. This little pair of golden gloves is a simple reminder that to make it is one thing, but to stay there, you've got to keep punching.
Well, this is one thing I'm going to cherish as long as I live. Thank you very much, Roger.
Pleasure, Tom. The bigger they are, the nicer they are. And you can make it as easy as they did. Just remember, keep your left hand high, chin down, and keep punching.
Remember those men and